Boot into ClockSmart Recovery, Torb Recovery, connect it to your computer via micro USB cable, and let's go to our computer. All right, next what you want to do is open up Device Manager if you have Windows. Now, this will also work on Linux or Mac. If you have Linux or Mac, you don't need drivers. You can go ahead and skip this part. But if you do have Windows, I'm using Windows 7 64-bit. Go ahead and open up Device Manager. And if you look here, you'll find an exclamation mark. Most likely for your device. So I've got, since I'm using a Kindle, I've got exclamation mark for Kindle. If you're using like Galaxy Nexus, it might say Galaxy Nexus or it might say Android. Find something that, when you plug it in to your computer, it'll show under other devices. So go ahead and update that with the latest, the regular Android drivers. I'll have a link to this. You can download usbdriver.zip here. If you unzip this, you'll get a folder called USB driver. These are just standard Android ADB drivers straight from Android SDK and works on all Android devices, like most of them. All right. So go ahead and update the drivers. All right, and say browse my computer for driver software. Let me pick from a list of device drivers, and then choose show all devices. Click next. Go to have disk and point to this the folder where you unzip the USB drivers to. Again, I'll have link to the zip file on my site, so check that out. So I'm going to go to under my download folder, USB driver, and then go ahead and click on Android WinUSB.inf. Hit OK. Hit OK, and you'll get a set of drivers. Just go ahead and choose the first one, Android ADB interface. Say next. If you get a warning, just say yes. And this will install Android ADB interface. Close, and you should get Android ADB interface. Now, if you don't see this, there may be some times where you don't see it, even though you're in ClockSmart Recovery or Torb Recovery. That means you may be using like a really old version of ClockSmart Recovery or Torb, or it could be something wrong with your Windows computer. I mean, the thing with Windows drivers is sometimes it's, it causes havoc. So if you have another computer, go ahead and try that. And if that doesn't work, you probably have an older version of ClockSmart Recovery that does not support ADB. So once you have this, we're all ready to go. Next, go ahead and download fastboot.zip. It's this one here. Go ahead and download. I'll have links to it also. Go ahead and unzip it. Double-click and extract all files, or use your favorite unzipping software. And you'll get a folder called fastboot, right? And this will have all the files you'll need for Mac, Linux, and Windows. So go ahead and copy. For example, the problem with this Kindle Fire is that the user was not able to copy over CM11, which he was trying to install. That's where he failed. So I'm going to go ahead and download CM11 for the Kindle Fire 8.9, which is Kindle CM11 blah blah gem.zip. So I'm going to go ahead and do a copy. All right, and do a copy. And I'm going to go ahead and go to my fastboot folder, the folder where you have all the fastboot files. I'm going to simply paste it in here. And copy any files you want to copy over to your Android device. All right, once that's done, go ahead and open up a terminal. Go ahead and go to Start. All right, and then go ahead and type CMD for Windows. If you have Mac or Linux, go ahead and open up a terminal. If you don't know how to open up the terminal, just Google it. I'll show you how. All right, next we're going to go ahead and use some commands here to go into this directory. So type cd space downloads, enter, and then type cd space fastboot, enter like that. All right, and next what you can type is adb space devices. Now for Mac and Linux, I have you'll have to enter something very similar to it, nearly identical. I'll have all the instructions you'll have to enter for Linux or Mac, so refer to that. But the first two part is the same. This part is gonna just add like /adb-Mac or Linux for like that. But go ahead and refer to that. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you for Windows here. Go ahead and type adb devices. All right, since you have the drivers installed, you should get a serial number for your thing, and it should say recovery. If you see this, you're good to go. You'll be able to transfer any files to your Kindle Fire or any Android device. And go ahead and type adb space push, which means copy, and then go ahead and type in the file name. I'm going to go ahead and type the CM blah blah stuff. What you can do is type CM11, the first couple letters of the file name, and hit the tab key. Oh, it didn't work for some reason. Whoops, it's CM-11, sorry. CM-, I'm going to go ahead and hit the tab key. It'll fill in the exact name of the file name, and then I'm going to type space /SD card /dot, like that. Exactly like that, and this will copy over this file to the root directory of my Kindle Fire here. Go ahead and hit enter, and this should take anywhere between 5 to 10 seconds, depending on the size of the file. All right, and we should be all good to go. And you can use the same method to copy over any files you need, but since we just need to get this Kindle Fire booted, we're just going to copy over the ROM file. Later, after it boots, you can just download the Google Apps straight onto the tablets after connected to the internet, and it should be all good to go. All right, so it should be almost done here. And again, this works on any Android device that has ClockWorks Recovery or Tor Recovery. You just have to know how to install the drivers if you're using Windows. And Linux or Mac, you should be good to go. So that's it. That's done. The copy is done. And let's go to our Android device. All right, I'm back on my Twerp. Now I'm going to go to install here and go to your SD card folder, which is your internal storage. And boom shakalaka, I got my file copied over. Sorry, I just got up. And I can go ahead and install it, and my Kindle Fire will finally boot. Again, you can use this method for anything where any device that does not have an external micro SD card, you don't have an OTG cable, you can use this to copy files over to your Android device. It works on any Windows, Mac, or Linux. You just need a computer.